Welcome back, everybody, to Civilization 5. Now we're going to do a little bit of a post-commentary here because I screwed up and didn't have the mic on, and as I check again. But we're going to continue on. Ethiopia to the north-northwest, and we're going to decide kind of where we want to settle. The idea of maybe moving up a little bit near the piggies, let's move our scout, is an idea. I want to move somewhere in between Zanzibar and then also at the same time above our city-state to the south of us as well. So a little below Zanzibar. I'm not sure what I just said. I don't even listen to me when I speak. So I want to be able to pick up the wine a little to the northeast of our great general. And then also I want to pick up the wine to the south, the pearls, and if possible to the northeast, pick up the truffles, the pickies. Okay, we're kind of high up there actually on that. Laventa is under attack, so some jerk is okay, that's where they want us to go, huh? Okay, the idea of maybe going a little bit to that top spot is not a bad idea, and the fact that I could move ships from the right side of the water to the left water, the little lake that we have there. But I guess in the end it doesn't really matter too much. Oh, definitely get some horses. Because by the time I start using ships, I think I'll have already dealt with Ethiopia by then. Okay, some religions have been founded and enhanced. We're only at 52 with one a turn, so we might miss out on our religion, it looks like. Alright. So, oh, now it says it wants it on the hill. A lot of times a hill is good because you can get extra defensive bonuses. But if I put it on the hill, I won't be able to drop it on the ocean. As I spaz the mouse out for a little bit there. And if I put it on the ocean, I can actually set sail with different ships. I really do need to go meet somebody else so I can trade with someone, because we have plenty of resources, especially with this new city. And I really don't want to trade with Ethiopia as much. One, because he doesn't have a whole lot of money. And two, well, eventually he's not going to be there to trade with because, well, something might befall him. Okay, and Bucharest is to the south. Alright, so we have a barb camp up there, possibly. I would assume Ethiopia's probably dealt with it. The Raging Barbarians seem like it's been nerfed. I'm not one to be good at video games, so I would assume it was nerfed and it's not me getting better. But either way, we're going to start with the monument. I want to expand our borders a little bit. I will want to be a little bit careful about our city-states. Yeah, let's just go ahead and buy the wine there. Do we want to buy the truffles? The reasoning for this is I don't want the city-states to pick those tiles up, because it'll kind of take away a little bit. You know what? Probably could have just bought the truffles, but let's pick up a couple. There we go. Alright, so probably wasn't necessary, but you know what? Better safe than sorry, right? So we're gonna go moving along. We'll move on over. And one of the things I've never actually noticed, because I always have a cursor on screen because I'm actually playing the game. Okay, we're gonna check over there a little bit too. You can't see my mouse cursor. It's a Fraps option that's always been on by default, as far as I know. Would you like me to turn the mouse cursor on for this game so you can see my cursor a little bit better? I would assume that might be pretty helpful, to be honest. So I might turn that on next episode, because I want to get a couple more episodes recorded before I go to sleep tonight. Okay. Sugar we'll want to definitely hook up. And I want to kind of start moving over there towards our city of Ethiopia right there. Our Ethiopian city. Because, well, they need to go down. So now that the barb camp is gone from where Antium used to be, I'm going to move on over. We're going to move our scouts up a little bit too and take a look around. And 5 more turns before we... Oh, no. We're getting 5 culture a turn. I was wondering about that. It's like 50 turns before we pick up another social policy. So that'll be a little while. The nice thing is we do now have composite bowmen, one of my favorite early level units, and we were able to pick that up through the construction tech. Okay, I will want to pick up sailing. not only for the pearls, but once again to explore more, maybe find some world wonders for extra happiness, but also for the fact of I want to trade with other nations. I guess other civs would be the proper. Once again, optics would be nice too. The Great Lighthouse, not so much. The extra movement and sight's cool for ships, but the Colossus would be nice. We get that through ironworking, but we'll work on that eventually because I really do want ironworking for our legionnaires. But 16 turns compared to the 4 turns of sailing, which I can use a little bit sooner. And I'm feeling pretty confident about our chances right now with the military we do have. So do we want to go to war yet? First of all, we need to publicly denounce. So that's something I'm going to want to do in the next couple turns. I always forget about. It's something I want to make sure that I do properly. Alright, so what do I want to work on now? A watermill would be really nice. I do feel that a little bit of extra military would be a good idea too. Ballista's always good. See, I'm checking right now to see when I'm going to get my next melee unit because warriors, well. And then I'm also looking at where the spearmen are. I remember forgetting that. I was like, where are the spearmen? I don't know why I didn't see it. End up building an extra composite bowman just because I feel that... Oh, no, we go with the watermill, huh? Because of... Oh, hey. Alright, that's a little bit more military than I was expecting. We ended up going with the watermill, and I was going to go with the composite bowman just because I feel that a couple frontliners are good enough. In this case, just one spearman. But now, after seeing that there's a lot more units here than I thought, I believe I switched from a watermill to a melee unit. And I also apologize, there might be a small sound desync as I'm watching here. I can't tell. I'm assuming it's probably just me. I've been overly sensitive to graphical and sound stuff lately because I've been trying to tweak stuff, and it's been driving me insane. Yeah, it looks like there's a slight sound desync, and I shouldn't have said anything because most of you probably wouldn't have even noticed. I do apologize about that. Unfortunately, with Civ, it's hard to go back and re-record an episode like it could with most other games because, well, I use the same save, so I've saved over it already. It's always with Civ that I have issues, it seems like. Just the nature of the game, I guess. So what I'm going to do right here is actually back off a bit. Those are a lot more units than I was expecting. I'm going to send him up here just to scout around a little bit as much as possible to make sure there's no more surprises like what we're having over here to our west. And Turtle in, I'm thinking, let's... Golden Age is dawn. Good timing considering we're about to go to war. I do end up getting another spearman because we do need more than just that one unit, no matter how well I play. But what I want right now is to probably end up attacking Ethiopia and seeing what we can do. I would love to expand into different places actually, but right now I really want this western. Okay, he's friendly with us. Let's denounce him. Not a bad idea, and we're going to declare war. I don't know if you need to wait a turn before you denounce, but what I saw is having his scout way over there, and, you know, I was like, why not? Let's get the war going. So I'm going to have our ballistas all set up and prepared to attack. The nice thing about the ballistas right now is they actually have a pretty good ranged attack strength compared to a catapult. Because we're having 11 with our composite bowmen, which are upgraded archers. And this is our first siege equipment with the ballista, and it's been upgraded technically because it's a Roman unique unit. But it only has 10 strength, but I mean 10 to 11 is not big. And the fact that they also get bonuses towards cities, the 200% extra combat strength, makes them really good, not only support range units, but also siege. Okay, let's get our scout. Ooh. Let's move our scout a little bit away from our cities. And hey, look at that. We have a little bit of Ethiopian cultural boundaries right here in your northwest. Okay, I wonder if his main city's there. It would make sense now, because I thought, you know, when we first saw him, he was to the south. But that was just probably his unit. Well, obviously it was his unit. I'm going to redo this a little bit. Need a little bit more growth. But that's interesting. I guess his capital's maybe over there, which is good in the fact that, well, there's nothing over there, over in the western area of Canada and Alaska. Oh, and we're getting attacked from the... I hate getting attacked from fog of war. So if we can take these cities, well, he's stuck in a corner. All right, we're gonna slowly kind of move up. I'm not really sure how aggressive I want to be yet. So how about we? Can't get any vision because there's. All right, so we're just barely out of range of our city. And I don't know why I'm shoutcasting the Civilization game. I don't think anybody's ever shoutcasted a Civ game. Shoutcasting being more of a tournament-style casting of frantic commentary, constant commentary. So I'm going to shut my mouth up a little bit more than usual. Or a little bit more towards usual. Okay. I don't want to move up too close yet, just because I don't want to start taking damage from our enemy cities. He's not going to be too useful right now because he's out of range. And we need to move our spearmen up. Yeah, I think I'm going to turn the mouse cursor on, definitely. I didn't ever realize that. Oh, and of course there's spearmen. That sucks. I think we're doing okay right now militarily. If we can push in pretty hard with maybe a couple reserve units, because we'll probably lose somebody, I think we'll be okay. The one thing that, as you've mentioned in the comments, that I've realized, faith healers, the religious pantheon belief that we picked up, you can only use it when you're directly next to a city. So literally a city unit away, like where our great general is and our spearmen, which sucks. I would assuming it was more like cultural boundaries or just kind of near. So even though it is, used for more of a defensive turtle style play, because you're going to be around your city attacking and defending, what I was thinking is like, well, you push into a new city, and then you have your city, and then you cluster around it, heal up even quicker, and then push on to the next city. Or push forward and then use that as a front line. But I end up finding out a little bit later on in this episode, well, it is just literally one unit away from the city, making it slightly less useful than I was hoping. Our poor scout is running for his damn life. Okay. I'm going to put up a shrine just because, even though we're up to 3 faith to turn, I would like to try for a religion if it's still possible. And even if it's not, we can eventually start using those points later on in the game for other things, such as buying great people and such. Alright, I'm going to take him out. And I've decided, since our spearman's right there, we'll have 2 units right there up close and personal. They're going to take some... Ooh, that's even more. Yeah, playing the game without having... having spies to scout the area for you is a little troublesome sometimes, and we barely not get the kill on that one. Okay, let's move him up a little bit to make sure everybody's getting bonuses. Okay. Yeah, I was not expecting that many troops. It's the second time I've said that about this area. Alright, so take him out. Just heal our guys up here. And eventually what I want to do is, yeah, just out of range because of the forest. I want to rush in these ballistas to start doing damage on the city. Since it is an early rush like this, there's only 15 combat strength on that city, so it's not going to be able to do a whole lot to us, which is nice. Back them off a little bit. Heal them up first, I guess. This is one of the parts where I'm thinking, I'll say, okay, I'm going to use the faith healers. And, oops. Okay. We're going to try and keep this guy alive. Okay, the Great Wall has been built. Luckily not here in Ethiopia. That would cause a lot of issues for me. Not as too bad because his culture's not that encompassing yet, but I really just don't want to deal with that. Okay, Leventa. We're going to lose Leventa probably, unfortunately, but I don't have the money to really do anything about that right now since we picked up those tiles. Oops. Herp derp. Still can't attack. You dummy. Yeah. Let's see here. Get him back into our area at least, I guess, and then we can have him heal up a bit. Having that archer that close, though, was not a good move. That was a slip on the mouse a little bit. And he's just going to take damage for really no reason. Excuse me again. I want to get him out of there. I would be really surprised if we leave him in. It's tempting to attack the scout and try and get a level up, but he's nowhere near it. And I really want that kill, huh? Okay, so we're going to get some fresh spearmen up there while the archers drop back and get some heals. Oh, and, of course, attack the barbarians. The nice thing, too, is that we can always pillage and get some health back. The only problem is they don't really have a whole lot of tiles improved right now outside of the ivory and the camps on the ivory. Once again, just checking the Pantheon, trying to figure out the Faith Healers thing a little bit more. Okay, try and protect our composites a little bit. The scout won't be able to do anything really considering how low his health is. Move more spearmen up because I want them right in the front, and then we'll move in our ballista. The problem also too that we have here is that because Harar is actually on a hill, there's I have to move my ballista right up against it to hit him. So that makes it a really difficult spot to fight compared to, oh, and the spearmen are gonna, oof. Poor scouts. Flee, buddies. Okay, scouts took a lot of damage from 2 archers. Our spearman was attacked by the city and bombarded by an enemy archer. So he's almost dead, but should survive a little bit more. What I'm gonna do is push on in so I can get my ballista into action. There we go. Wow, great General Born. Good timing. We could drop a Citadel possibly, but I don't know if that's going to be necessary. We'll see. Alright. We need to get him out of here. He's just too low. I could leave him in a little longer and let him as a sacrifice, but what I want right now is to keep him alive. And I'm going to move him all the way towards the city because, 1, I can, and 2, that'll allow me to actually fully use Faith Healers this time. Get him back in the fight a little bit faster.